That's what I was. That's what I was doing. All right, we're live now. 3, 2, no. Hello, everyone. I'm Kale, the host, the internet host, and yeah, guys, we're back. This is for real this time. We are for real back. We're back for good. We're good back. We're back. Okay, I'm Kale. I'm gonna be playing Aravan, a drow fighter dude who's really cool.
All right, I'm going to be playing Hwang Sheon, or however you pronounce it. It's Korean,
Not Korean.
not Korean. It's fantasy Korean.
There you go.
A
Shu.
completely different culture.
Call it Shu.
Call it Shu. He's a human sorcerer who has had a past with shadow magic, but has moved on to wild magic. We're going to be using the revised variant of the wild magic you can find on the D&D wiki.
All right, and I'm Nathan. I'll be DMing. In the past, Kale and Zach have played multiple PCs at the same time. They're really wanting to focus on playing a single PC. So I will be playing a PC as well, named Filch. He's a gnome. And I'm going to be playing like a gnome illusionist, I guess. So kind of like sneaky magic guy. And this will be continuing on our Wayward Dice campaign from last fall. In our previous campaign, we played the Waterdeep Dragon Heist adventure. And when that wrapped up, the Wayward Dice Adventuring Company was established in the metropolis of Waterdeep. And Aravan was one of the major PCs from that adventure. And he's formed a small little group that's going to play our new game, which is the adventure Dungeon of the Mad Mage, which picks up where Dragon Heist leaves off. It's a mega dungeon. It's the biggest dungeon in D&D land, and we've been wanting to play one for a while. Our original plan was to take down a really large adventuring party, and we've like completely changed our minds.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So also, Zach was out of town and he got back late, so he didn't have time to set up his camera, which is why he's audio only. So we might resolve that for next weekend. But the plan is to go back to a weekly session on Saturday nights. We kind of did our session 0 off camera, and so we're going to jump right into session 1. It's going to pick up in the city of Waterdeep in the surface at the Waterdeep house, the Wayward Dice Tavern. And I think, Hale, since your character, Aravan, so in our previous session, the finale, there was a dragon heist. There was a dragon found, and
It was a botched heist.
yeah, the dragon still has the gold. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
But Aravan was left with this semi-sentient, I guess it is sentient, Stone of Golar, and
A legendary item.
there's already been demands made to turn it over. So what's Aravan's thoughts as far as what to do? So we're just going to pick up gameplay. I'm playing Filch, the gnome illusionist. Zach is playing Huang, who's a wild mage. And Kale,
I'm playing
Aravan's
Aravan, the fighter.
the drow, right?
The
I think
drow
that's the
fighter.
key.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the surface, so it's not really safe.
This is definitely happening at night. Just saying. Aravan had done some things in the day, but then he decided the sunlight's too harsh. A good comparison, is like a person who just sits inside playing video games all day, and then they go outside and their eyes burn out. That's practically what happens to Aravan every day.
Yeah, he's a League of Legends freak.
Yes, but not quite. In all intents and purposes, yes, except no. Yes, but no. Okay.
Very specific.
So Aravan has been offered. What is it that he was offered, Nathan, again? For the
What
Stone
is
of
what?
Golor.
What?
What is it that he was offered for the Stone of Golor?
Oh, the Zentarim who captured 2 of the party members offered a trade. You can have your friends back in exchange for this stone.
Yeah. I think Aravan writes him a very polite but impolite letter, even though they're probably just like really close by. He like kind of just like in the middle of the night he kind of like slips it under their door and basically just says that won't work for me. But no, Aravan. I think once he got the stone, that he kind of became almost obsessed with what it holds, the power, and the knowledge that you can get from it. So I believe that he doesn't actually do that. Is the Stone of Golor a cursed item? Nathan?
I'm not sure that you've had any time for analysis of it.
Okay, I mean, yeah,
So
I'm just
you might be able to
attuned to
assume
it.
that
So.
you know it's sentient.
Okay, yeah, and I'm
It's got a
attuned to
hold
it.
on you where you don't want to get rid of it. So
Yeah, cool. Yeah,
just
More
so
of an addictive item.
yeah, let's jump ahead to what his plans are, his immediate plans.
I think Aravan, he got some knowledge that his lost dagger he's been searching for the past probably 5 years now. He's an elf. For the past 30 years now. Has been gone forever. It was stolen from him in the middle of the night, and he hasn't seen it since. So, from the knowledge he got from the stone, his dagger is somewhere in what is known as Undermountain. So his goal currently is to gather a small party to go in there silently, quickly, and annihilate literally everything in his way to get to his dagger.
All right, and then Aravan also knows, as a drow, he knows that the 3rd level of Undermountain connects to Skullport, which he's probably been to before as a drow, and also is kind of like a shady member of the Shadow Thieves. Filch is also a member of that Thieves Guild, which is how he was Aravan. So Filch has hooked up with Aravan. I don't know how much gold you guys have, but well, we can handle preparations before we're going into the dungeon in a minute.
Irvin has 130 gold.
Okay, let's have Zach jump in.
Yeah.
Filch and Aravan have connected in Waterdeep. Once Aravan decides to take off and leave Waterdeep and go underground, he connects with Filch, and Filch agrees to go along.
Okay.
I don't want to roleplay that out necessarily, but Zach, go ahead and explain how you got dragged into this.
Well, Huang was sitting in the Wayward Dice, the now somewhat well-known tavern of Waterdeep origin, and he's there, kind of like trying to lay low, hide from his past situations, and Aravan, I'm assuming, had some sort of issue of he didn't want to hire anybody who knows he has the Stone of Golor, which is pretty much everybody who's been there for more than a week. But Huang, who's new to the whole place, was the perfect hire. A powerful sorcerer of wild magic origins who could do the job without knowledge of the Stone of Golor. So he was the first hire. After Filch, and also the only hire after Filch.
Oh my goodness, I just now realized how much of a backstabber Aravan is.
Yeah.
There's hope for his friends, and then he literally just ditches the place he was living because he knows that everyone's going to get mad at him if he doesn't give it up.
Yeah, I mean,
So this is just a good excuse.
And that's why he's a filthy drow.
Yep. Oh boy. And now,
whenever
the
Rue
racial slur's coming. Okay.
yeah, whenever Rue was taken by
Racial
the
charge.
interdimensional whatever he was, you just immediately leave gaseous form out of there.
Practically, yes.
Practically.
I'm pretty
exactly
sure
that.
they were abandoned in the Tower of an Archmage,
I
so they kind
love-
of had it coming.
I love my evil drow. He's so good.
Yeah. All right, so it's the nighttime. We've assembled at a prearranged evening at the Wayward Dice. It's probably fairly rushed, so everyone had like a day to collect whatever they needed. Filch collected some healing potions. He's got like a dozen of those. and he's got a small reserve of gold. Aravan and Zach, has your character actually been played, or is he one you created and never got to play?
I've played Huang once, and that was with whenever we did the Curse of Stroud, but we only played that like the very beginning of that.
Yeah.
Hey, I remember that. I was running that, and then we decided just to stop it, and I was sad.
I was sad too.
Yeah, we could always jump back into that. But in the meantime, do either of you guys have any healing potions?
Nope.
So Aravan has exactly no healing potions.
Okay, each of you take 4 healing potions then.
Okay. How much would that cost us?
I've already bought them with Filch's. Filch had a pile of gold that was weighing him down, like literally.
Yeah, no, I'm still kind of figuring it.
I love to think that he's just like kind of like waddling around with it. He's like, "Come take these, guys. Come take these. Here." So 4 of them each. Okay. I also have 1 arrow. I don't know why that's tracked, but I have 1.
Okay, you can get a quiver of arrows and bring it up to 20.
I don't have a bow though.
We'll stock up on
Okay, I
torches
do.
and food. Do you guys have any gold at all?
Huang has 10 whole pieces.
Neat. I have 130.
Okay, we'll say Huang has spent most of his money that he had just to get away from his past, which we can elaborate on later. And so that's another motivation, is to maybe like find some things of value, and adventuring's one of the easiest ways to do that.
Yep.
Do you guys think 4 healing potions is enough, or should we get a little bit more?
Oh my god.
Definitely need more, but I'm fine.
Oh my god, Nathan, I have a question. So Cholt, does taking away the jade frog with golden eyes have any effect on anything? I've kind of just been carrying it around.
Yeah, I think
I'm
it's
pretty
probably
sure
a
it's
good
cursed,
luck charm.
right? I want to say that it's a cursed item because I remember whenever I picked it up, I like acted really weird for a while, and now I just
Probably
have
whenever
it in
you're
the bag.
carrying it, all the gnomes in your party die.
Hey, that was because you got football thrown. Not really any other reason. I just love that I'm looking at my item list and I have a bunch of items. Oh, never mind. I had 1 healing potion.
Okay, so you have 5 now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend another 100 gold. Zach, why don't you bump yours up to 5 as well?
Nice.
Yeah, so we each
wait.
have 5. That'll take care of us not having a healer.
Can I?
I doubt it, but
Can I sell all my stuff that's worth gold and just add it to my gold count? Because I have a lot of treasure, like a lot of treasure.
yeah, let's just not delay the game to do that. So you can
No,
work
I
on that
won't.
while.
Yeah.
Let's say we've assembled everything. We've stocked up on food and water, torches. Man, my character's kind of like a thief, so he has a ton of like odds and ends, like lots. I've got like 2 columns of junk.
I offer since I haven't seen Filch in a long time, I offer him an emerald necklace. It's worth 200 gold pieces, and I say, "For you, friend, I've been saving it."
All right, that's why he trades you the
potions.
healing potions.
Okay, cool. Then I'm going to take that off. It's just a regular old emerald necklace worth 200 gold pieces.
Yep. And Huang got by on his good looks.
I love to think that he grins and has like a busted tooth or something.
Does your character have any poison or know how to use poison at all?
I have I want to say, yeah, poisoner's kit. I have a proficiency in using that kit. Yes.
Because I've got 8 flasks of poison. Do you want half of them?
I'll take it.
Okay, so you have 4 flasks of poison.
Thanks, Filch. I also have a pearl. I have a question. Can I sell a pearl and then steal it back?
No.
What if I roll in at 20?
Okay. I rolled in at 20. All right, fine.
Wait, did you really?
Yeah.
So just
I
add
was
100
like,
gold.
Kale's gonna lie to me, so I'm just gonna roll it. And it was like,
No,
20.
I did roll a 10, I'll be honest, but
Okay,
thanks.
I rolled a 20, so we'll say you were successful.
Cool, now I
And,
have 310 gold.
And after a minute or 2, they notice you've done it, but you've already managed to get away in the city streets. So we go straight to the tavern.
Right, so like, I'm sorry.
Aaron had a string tied to the end of it. As he was walking off, it just follows him.
All right, we arrive at the Yawning Portal. It's a tavern at the docks of Waterdeep.
Okay.
It's a very famous tavern, and it is famous for the well. It's like 40 or 50 feet across, but the central floor of the tavern's kind of tiered internally. They've got multiple balconies. But there is like a hoist that lowers a rope down into the dungeon.
Okay.
There's a little some optional starting adventures, which I just want to skip. Do you guys want to do any last minute things before we descend and have the bartender lower us down?
Yeah, Huang looks at the rope and goes, "So that's gonna be all that's lowering us down into there. It looks a little dangerous."
I put some poison on my dagger as I hear his voice for the first time.
I think on the poison, it's probably you would apply it right before battle.
I know. I'm kidding.
You're just being dramatic.
Actually, I think to clean off my blade, I think I actually clean it off with water or acid or something. To keep it really really clean. Maybe not acid. That might just melt the metal. But
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure that putting acid on metal is really the best idea.
I just pour it on there, and I just think it's water, and then it just starts smearing really really bad.
Oh God.
Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. What are the chances that I can find a +1 dagger somewhere?
You find one immediately. Filch is holding it.
Hey, Filch, nice dagger you got there, bud.
All right, I think it's about time we go down into there now.
The 4 flasks of poison he gave you were actually C4 with a remote detonator. So...
Wow, that's mighty advanced.
I'd like to cast a level 4 spell called COD.
The supply drop falls through the roof
God.
and right down the well, and you jump in after it.
Better go to Andromeda.
You land on the parachute that's slowing its descent, and you gently arrive at the bottom of the well, along with your supply drop.
What's within the supply drop? Is it my party?
It was ninja looted by an 8-year-old, so it's an empty box. All right, Zach, how about you?
Well, lucky for Erevan, all he got was a Mozambique from Apex Legends. So.
Oh my God, that's the worst gun! No. Actually,
somebody had unloaded it already.
I'll be honest, Zach. I like it more than the P2020. So.
Everybody likes it more than the P2020.
That's
I've
because
at least got a kill.
Can actually 3-shot. Yeah.
Right.
Wait, you play Apex? Dude, we're totally gonna play after this. Okay.
All right.
Continue, Zach, Nathan.
So
I think it was Zach's turn.
Yeah. Huang's gonna make his way over to the rope and be. Well, how exactly do I get down? Do I climb?
The barkeep says, no, and then he kind of pulls up the end of it. Was on the other side of the stone work, the lip of the well, and you can see where the rope was hanging. It was actually connected to a small platform. And he's like, no, you sit on the platform and I'll lower you down. Or
that
stand.
looks a lot more secure.
Hey Zach, are you tapped out water or Ultima ZZV?
Yes.
Which one do you play Apex on?
Tapped out water.
Okay, can we do this later?
Yeah.
Or do you want to just stop streaming and you guys can play?
I'm sorry.
Well, guys, we've made
done.
it to.
We're playing Apex.
We got it to the entrance. And we're done.
We're gonna play Apex now. No, I'm kidding.
It was a hard day of adventuring.
Oh man,
so many
Erevan just changed his mind, traded out the Stone of Golor, got his friend Zach, and they lived happily ever after.
Like most adventurers, they got to the tavern and that was the end of things.
He even went back and gave the pearl back because he felt bad.
They were getting onto the platform, but then a supply drop hit their head. Yeah. All right, okay. So Huang makes his way on over to the platform, and it kind of does it creak or anything whenever he steps onto it?
Yeah, I think you imagined that it would creak, and it totally did.
Oh boy. You're thinking about oh my god, this is gonna be so freaking scary here, and then it creaks.
He puts his foot on it, and it kind of moves, kind of like one of those rope bridges. He goes, "Oh god, okay." He takes a deep breath and closes his eyes, puts another foot forward, gets himself entirely on the platform, and just stands perfectly still.
Okay.
I think Erevan just walks forward.
Now he's down there with the supply drop.
Yeah. So Erevan, you're staying in the sand, and it takes like sand at the bottom of the well. The well's actually not got water at the bottom. It's like a sandy. I'll describe it as you're like sorting through the supply drop and realizing that you've been totally had by an 8-year-old ninja looter. Your companion arrives, and so there's a sorcerer down there. The hoist zips the rope back up to fetch Filch.
That's a good sentence.
And I had to give at least one alliteration.
Man, I would love to call milk Filch instead now. Be like, man, I want some Filch inside my cereal.
Well,
all right, let's leave it there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Milch is German for milk, but anyways.
Oh boy.
So before Filch arrives, you guys are down at the bottom of the well, and you are now in Undermountain. You can hear the zipping of the rope running through, like the echo of like the hoist and the pulley up at the top of the well. And is Huang a human?
Yes.
Okay.
He is very
and
human.
Erevan is a drow, can see in the dark. So, and Filch, I can't remember. I don't think gnomes can see in the dark. I should double check this.
I think gnomes can, actually.
I think literally everything but humans and like
Humans, halflings.
Yeah, it's one of the worst things about Fifth Edition.
the humans, halflings, maybe
yeah,
Goliaths.
I have dark vision.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Huang, what's your plan? Do you have light as a cantrip, or?
Let me check.
I honestly just love it. Actually, Nathan, you know what we could do? We could have torches for him. And, like, that could be, like, an expendable resource. Like, we just have to keep track of how many torches he has. If it's too dark for him to see.
Definitely, I was already bringing torches on my gnome. Anyways.
How many does your gnome have?
Some.
Let me figure out if
Does he have 1d6 torches? We could use that system. You know what I'm talking about? You know, like the 1d6, the 1d4. And...
Yeah, he's definitely got light.
Okay, so just for general purposes, if things aren't well lit, what's going to be the object upon which he casts the light spell?
I gotta look through like.
I would love if he cast it on his finger. So he could just like easily conceal it, you know, but he can also like just.
I think he has one of those like metal like finger like nail. Like,
does he like work with like
sleeve.
clockwork stuff?
No, he's got a. Let's see. He's got like a little holy symbol that he kind of like has on his like on a pin, basically, like it pinned onto
He
his
should have
shirt.
an arcane focus. Like if you remember, Gandalf and Radagast have their staff with like a gem on it.
He does have an
have some
arcane
sort-
focus, but he
What-
has
what
like
is
a holy
that?
symbol also. His arcane focus. He's altered this pendant his mom gave him into basically something he shoved at the end of a dagger, and it works very terribly.
So he has like a necklace that's like wrapped around a dagger like handle?
Yes.
Or is it like worked into the pommel? Or does he just have it like wrapped around it and like tied on with leather and that's like the handle?
It's partially wrapped around it, and then like the actual pendant part of it is
like dangles from.
yes. And the pendant
What is the pendant?
just probably silver with an emerald gem in it.
Could it be a locket or probably not?
It could be.
Okay.
He
No
doesn't-
one really
he-
knows because you're secretive.
Yes.
All right.
It's one of those things
what's-
that it looks like it might be.
So the religious symbol is that. So that's gonna have to be like displayed because it's gonna be glowing.
Yep. He's got it
So-
like pinned onto his shirt.
So it's like a brooch.
Yes.
And what is it? What is like the physical characteristics, or like is it like an image of something?
It's the symbol of the dark moon heresy faith thing.
So it's like a moon.
Yeah, it's a moon with I forget the name of the god, which is it's got
Yeah, we won't worry about that right now.
Yeah.
I
got
know
a
who it
twin
is.
symbol in the center.
But it's a
and
moon,
It's got like a
and-
moon, yeah.
And you actually, depending on your phase, I was gonna say mood. You have like a mood phase, and so you sometimes illuminate the brooch, in different phases of the moon. So you have like a moon theme with the brooch and how you cast light on it.
Yes.
So is it currently like a full moon, a crescent moon, or a half moon?
He's feeling half moon today.
All right. So you guys are standing down in the first level of Undermountain, and you've arrived in the entry well. All right.
So we just went down the well, and then the well brings you to wherever you're thinking of going?
No, I'm going to describe it.
Okay, sorry.
The well is lined with stone. It's very old. As you get at the lower end, like the bottom, like 50 feet of the well, the well was like hundreds of feet deep, maybe like 200. And the bottom, like 40 or 50 feet of it is kind of like lined with hanging shields. The wooden ones are like rotting. The metallic shields are rusting, but you can kind of see like some of the old coat of arms, or some of them been like split, like an axe blow. Some of them have like arrows sticking out of them. Some of the lower hanging ones have been covered with graffiti, or like with arrows like "go this way" or whatever. But since it's a spherical well, there's really only one exit out of here, to the southwest. Probably our biggest challenge of this adventure, besides only having 3 player characters, is the mapping portion. So I'm just going to describe things dimensionally, and I'll give you, unless your character is lost for some reason, I'll give you accurate cardinal directions like north, east, southwest.
Okay.
Also, I'll say as part of your collection of adventuring gear, you could pick up a lodestone, which points north. So unless something affects that, you can have a lodestone. I don't know if either of your characters would be interested in having one.
I'd say it makes sense for Huang to have one. He's been going places on the run.
Okay. And then I think also Filch would have one. Maybe he picked up a pair of them on sale or something.
Yes. Fantasy Walmart's buy one get one free lodestone deal. I remember that.
Can we have
It was $4.88.
Can we have speaking stones so we can talk to each other from a distance?
No.
That's a bit much.
Can I get a
You already have a stone you can speak to. It's like our de facto 4th party member.
Does my stone have telepathy to anyone but me?
It's the person that's attuned to it.
So no. Okay, so Stone of Golor, Legend Lore 3 times, Create Undead, and Nature Proficiency now. I have Create Undead because of him.
Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab the book and re-look over the stats. It's been like 4 months.
Yeah, feel free. I'm gonna look up Create Undead again.
Yeah, we've been in space prison since then.
Create Undead. Oh, better move my character sheet from that. Okay. Yeah, Create Undead 5e. I think it's like a 3rd level spell or something. Create Undead. Oh, never mind. Create Undead is a 6th level spell. Yeah. I think I got it once a day.
I hope your soul was worth it.
You can cast a spell only at night. Choose up to 3 corpses of medium or small humanoids within range. Each corpse becomes a ghoul under your control. Oh, well, ghouls are only challenge rating 2, though. As a bonus action on each of your turns, you mentally command any creature you animate with a spell if the creature is within 120 feet of you. It is not... it's not a concentration spell, so you could technically... once in the order, they're under your control for 24 hours, after which it stops obeying any command you've given it. To maintain control of the creature for another 24 hours, you must cast a spell on the creature before the current period ends. The use of the spell reasserts your control over up to 3 creatures you have animated with the spell, rather than animating new ones. So basically, if you reuse it, then it just resets the 24-hour period. But to my knowledge, I get it once.
Why do you have that spell? Did we randomly roll for that?
I think so, because I wrote it down on my character sheet for the Stone of Golor.
And what was the other spell besides Create Undead?
Legend Lore 3 times, I believe.
No, that was already there. We rolled for 2 properties. There's another property.
Nature Proficiency. That was the other property.
So you're proficient in nature?
Proficient in nature, and I have the create undead spell. Is it once a day, I'm guessing?
We'll say the stone has 3 charges, and you could split those charges between legend lore and create undead. You could potentially cast create undead 3 times.
Okay.
But when you rest, it doesn't regain all 3. You roll a dice 6.
Mm-hmm.
You basically have a 1d3 recharge, so it might take it a couple days to recharge.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it's a 3 charge item, and one of which can be used for the create undead.
Nice. That's cool. I like it. All right. Now that's clarified. Nothing really happens because I wasn't gonna use it. I just would look at it and was curious.
All right.
I just noticed that I had created undead, and then you said you were gonna go grab a thing for the stone. So, back to our regularly scheduled program. Nathan, if you want to take a picture of that and then send it to me, then I can
what?
The Stone of Golor stuff, or do I already have everything I need?
I think you know enough about it. You need to know.
Okay.
The text.
Oh, and how does legend lore work again? Isn't it that I ask a question to the stone, and then it should tell me the answer? I believe
It's in the player's handbook, so just like create undead.
Okay. Yeah,
Let's not worry about it right now. Let's just focus on the game. So, you guys, you realize after a minute of kind of walking around that in some places the sand is deeper than others, but basically there's actually a stone floor. There's just a layer of sand, and you realize this sand has kind of been used like cat litter to like sop up the blood of like previous adventurers or monsters that have died here. You see in the corner of a round room, you see against the wall, in the corner made by the wall meeting the floor, the dead body of a troll that has been like burnt with fire. It looks like fairly recently, probably even this morning. Actually, yeah, it's nighttime, so maybe within the last 24 hours.
All right.
Oh boy.
And I've described the shields lining the walls covered with graffiti.
Mm-hmm.
And so, are either of you going to be mapping the dungeon out on paper, or are you just going to kind of not worry about it?
Cheon trusts his brains.
I don't actually... yes I do. Hang on. I have a bunch of printer paper.
Aha. Oh.
Time to get out the scrap paper. Alright, Nathan. Top left is where I'm starting this thingy. Alrighty, I real quick ask...
I would just start in the middle of your paper.
I ask Filch. Hey, Filchy boy.
Hold on, he hasn't arrived yet. He's...
Oh.
He's coming. He's on his way down.
Sorry.
The rope only does one person at a time.
Okay. Huang. Huang. Sorry.
Yeah, it's it's
the
Huang.
H silent.
Oh my goodness. Huang.
Well,
Huang.
I forgot how to do the voice.
Huang, what direction is this? And I point a direction.
Well,
What direction is north?
The lodestone.
Yeah, he pulls out his lodestone. He goes, this way, and he just points towards north.
Right. What is he pointing toward that is north? Like what visual items are there, Nathan?
Like to the north.
Yes, I
Yes.
want to map correctly.
Okay. So you're basically in a like 40-foot diameter circular room, and to the southwest corner of the circle there is a tunnel heading south through an opening. It's really kind of like a 10-foot by 10-foot square hall. Just if you're drawing your regular channels for like, the halls are fairly large, like 10 feet across, not like 5 feet like some smaller dungeons.
Yeah, friend. The walls are pretty close.
You said it's southwest, correct?
Yeah, in the southwest part of the circle,
Mhm.
it kind of goes southwest and then heads due south.
Okay. So southwest and then due south eventually. Okay.
It goes about 30 feet and then it turns to the right, which would be to the west.
Is it an open corridor?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there are no doors or anything. Is that the only place that has anything?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Zach's character is just blind right now, I'm guessing.
No, he's got a glowing half moon brooch that's illuminating in front of him.
Okay, I wasn't
Also,
sure if he had that
you can
going
hear
right
the
now.
approach. Filch says, you kind of hear him calling from above. I'm almost here.
I
Oh,
think
boy.
I think a friend's about down.
I whisper into my breath. I'm like, "You really sure I've gotten rusty, my old friend?" It's Erevan is very irritated, but doesn't say anything.
Well, what do you mean by old friends?
I think I completely ignore what Huang said, and I'm gonna walk over by that southwest area, and I'm just gonna circle around and see what's on the walls,
Well, I was wondering what
and slowly run my hand across. I totally ignore Huang. I slowly run my hand across. I'm sorry, Zach. No, I'm kidding. What were you saying, bro?
I was just wondering what you meant by old friends, because I thought you just met him or something.
No, I definitely didn't just meet Filch. Him and I go way back.
Ah, that's nice. I don't got many friends like that.
You seem very nervous.
Oh, well, I am. Always.
Well, you shouldn't be, unless you intend to cross me, and then you should worry for your life.
Well, that's very calming. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. It wasn't meant to be.
I didn't mean it really was.
At this point, Filch you can now make out, he's actually holding a torch in one hand, and he's like standing on the platform and holding on the rope with the other. He's kind of like coming down like, ah. And when he gets close, like within like 5 feet of the sand, he kind of like jumps off and like lands like triumphantly, like, I've arrived, I'm like here. And he's like, hello.
Hello.
It's too late to turn back now. And the
bucket flies up.
back up. And he's got this this like brown like wooden box that's like kind of like tied onto, like, he's got all this crap just like hanging off of like climbing gear ropes and all these contraptions that occasionally fall off, and he like picks up if he notices. And he pats this like wooden box. He says, yeah, I have these magical birds so we can send messages, and if we want to leave. And
So you mean to tell me that they just get rid of the box until we're dead?
Hey, Filch, could you come over here by chance?
all right, so he walks over.
I whisper to him, I say, do not give this little Huang guy a thought that he can leave. I'd love to think that you just laugh because I say it, because like everything echoes. So like
He calls himself Little Wang.
I'm pretty sure he has a little wang as well.
All right, and then you were searching the walls and stuff. There's basically all the shields that I described earlier in the graffiti.
Are the shields like old, or are they just graffiti?
very like rusty and moldy.
Oh, gross. Okay.
Yeah, could little Wang hear them talk about?
Are the shields just all across the walls everywhere, like all the way around the complete circle?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's some down at like where you can reach them, but they also kind of go up about 30, 40 feet. There's fewer the higher up you go.
The higher up I go.
The higher up you go.
Oh, stairs? Are there stairs?
No.
Oh.
The higher the shields are hung, the fewer there are.
Oh, okay.
I didn't mean you were actually going up in there.
I was like, what words?
That wasn't a specific you. That was like a general you.
Yeah, you're good.
I fault the English language. and my use of it. All right, and then following like your like kind of like investigations, Filch kind of like looks around and sees the one of the shields with like an arrow that says this way, and it's pointing to the opening to the southwest. He's like, oh, I guess this is the way. And then he's kind of like being sarcastic, but you can tell he's kind of like was like cheering, maybe had something to drink in the tavern while he's waiting for Huang to descend in the thing. So he's kind of like in good spirits, but he's kind of like sobering up that like we're actually here.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Is anybody checking the stream for any comments from an audience or anything? I haven't actually looked.
I do.
We have
it
no
open.
one. Yeah, I do as well.
Okay.
We're lonely.
Okay, good.
All right.
I am very much being diligent on my map
Do
writing.
you have us marked under D&D or?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, that's gigantic. You might want to consider.
That's the
No,
size.
don't show me. Get that out of here.
That was a different level.
Okay, then my circle's gonna be much smaller.
You can go with that. You're just gonna. I hate for you to have to use all your copy paper up to make a map.
To make one map.
But I would make your circle like a half an inch.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
somewhere more like that. Yeah.
And then in the southwest area, it loops and goes down.
Goes south, and then it cuts south, about the same size as the well, and then it cuts west. So Filter's kind of standing ahead, and that's probably a good time now to decide on the marching order.
Huang. I think he's fine being anywhere.
Araven's gonna like stealthily go ahead in the front. I think he's gonna like. Can he stealth but dash like anime
What
run?
kind of armor is he wearing?
Wow, your laugh is.
And the answer is no.
He is wearing leather
Okay.
armor.
Just plain leather armor?
Yeah.
Okay, let's upgrade him to studded leather armor. What's his armor class?
16 right now.
What's his AC? Or, I mean, his dexterity modifier?
+4. So wouldn't he go up to 17 with studded then?
Is it
Well,
magical
no.
leather armor?
No, it's just regular. Should it not be 16?
Yeah, I think that should be 15, shouldn't it? It's 11 plus.
I think it's
Dex.
studded. If it's 16, he's probably got studded.
Oh, then I probably have studded. I don't have studded written down, but I probably do.
Yeah, just you can put an ST period in front of it or something.
Saint leather armor, my favorite.
It's got that holy symbol that you have on yours.
I don't know if you want to be associated with this, but
No, I definitely don't. Aravan doesn't.
Alright, so Aravan's going to be on point, and then how many feet behind is Huang staying? Like 10, 20, 30, 40?
he's actually staying pretty close. I'd say like a good 7, so just round that off to 10.
Oh boy.
So 10 feet behind, and then behind him will be Filch bringing up the rear, like Taylor and Charlie. Alright, so, Kale, what's the plan?
Wait, Zach, is your character human?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I immediately thought as if he was halfling, and I was gonna be like, wow, Aravan's definitely gonna get a superiority complex if he's around these guys for too long. Like tall man. Okay, sorry. Aravan is just gonna. Oh, go ahead.
Filch is holding a torch in his left hand, and then his right hand he's got a little hand crossbow.
Aravan says, he says Filch, like to like snuff it out. He's like telling him to snuff it out.
Huang also has a glowing brooch.
He
It's
goes.
glowing.
Remember, Huang can't see in the dark.
Yeah.
And our dark vision doesn't let us see a ton of detail or color.
Well, I have superior dark vision, so I can see up to 120. But yeah, I see what you're saying. We can't see color. I
So
think
if you want to go
I
further
think
ahead
you're-
than 10 feet, you'd probably need to tell us to hang back.
Yeah,
further.
I think Aravan's. Yeah, I think that's what he's gonna do. I think Aravan's
What?
gonna say, "I'm gonna scout ahead. You guys stay back until
You're
until
just
you
gonna leave us.
stay back until you can't see me any further. Whether that be around the corner or from distance."
Are you gonna give an audible signal when we should advance, or are you gonna come back to us? Like, you gonna bark like a dog, or
If you hear swords clashing or hitting something, you know what to do. And then I think he like fades around the corner. It's as if he just vanishes. It's really cool looking. But then since I'm out of sight, you guys can just walk around the corner and see me. But still.
Filch says, "Yeah, if you hear swords clanging, that's our clue to run and get the hell out of here."
Yeah, I'm kind of agreeing with that.
I heard that. No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
I'm
he's
kidding.
he's like 10 feet away.
I literally
God,
just
he's behind me.
I literally just walked around the corner and you guys like Okay, I'm sorry. I think Airvan kind of takes off a little bit quickly. Trying to be stealthy. Like, he's going fast enough that he's silent. As fast as he can go while being silent.
Okay, and since you can go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Sure. I'll make sure to roll with advantage. No, I'm kidding. I got an 18 plus 7, so a 23.
All right, so you move pretty quickly ahead.
25. Sorry.
The path. You kind of notice that you see some runes and the occasional stone, and so you realize that these are probably tunnels carved by dwarves. But the runes are so like worn and scarred that they might be centuries old. But it looks like you're in some old, well-made dwarf tunnels. Really like dwarf halls. They're not even like mining tunnels. They're really like proper stonework.
Okay, where do these turn as I'm running, as I'm going ahead?
It's going west 50.
Okay, west 50 feet.
Yep. Just a little bit longer than the diameter of the well, which is 40 feet. And then it kind of like jogs to the right slightly, and there is a western tunnel or hallway. It's about 20 feet wide. It has like an arched ceiling. It's a large hall lined with pillars.
What direction is this? Sorry.
It keeps going to the west.
Okay.
It's just offset slightly north of the tunnel you were just in, and it goes west. It looks like close to 100 feet, really, and you can't even see the end of it. You can tell there's some features at the far end of the tunnel, so you don't really know it's the end of it. The hall, like I said, is 20 feet wide and about 20 feet tall. It's not like a big square, though, like the hall you were just in. It's kind of like vaulted. It's kind of like an arch to the ceiling. And then there's some like clearly like obvious features to the pillars here.
Okay.
Let's see.
I think.
No,
oh,
sorry, they're not pillars. They look like pillars at first glance, but you realize they're actually like extending from the walls, and they're not actually pillars. They're actually like carvings of like creatures, but you'd have to get closer to examine them.
I think I wait for you guys to catch up, just like kind of around the corner, for you guys to like walk by me. And for the record, I am invisible, yes. Because of a 25, of course. And I'm just gonna wait for them to pass me, and then I'll just kind of like walk up behind them, and look at the pillars with them.
So you just wanna stand behind one of the pillars, and they just walk past you.
Yep, and then I'm gonna pop out and start talking to them as if nothing happened.
All right, Zach, what do you do? So he's disappeared. It's been a few minutes, and Filter's like, "All right, we should probably go on. There's not been any sound."
Yeah, I think it might be pretty helpful.
Wait, that was like once I hit the 25, you just stopped hearing sound. I love that.
I think we might want to be like watching out for traps or something just in case. Do you speak Gnomish?
As I know, I do speak Gnomish.
What about Sylvan?
I think I've heard of Sylvan. No.
Darn.
I think I've heard of
Undercommon.
that. Nope.
Darn. Well, I can speak Gnomish, so if we need to talk where he can't hear us, we could probably do that.
I love how you brought up Undercommon, one of our Madrao.
So you two can speak Undercommon, and I can't understand you, and then he and I can speak Gnomish, and you can't understand us.
Yes, and I can... Never mind. Well, I can also speak Elvish. but that doesn't.
I
apply
can't
to
speak
either of you.
Elvish.
You just kind of say that. You're like, I can't speak Elvish. There's no way we can even communicate.
So
we can just stay in combat.
yeah, let's get a move on forward to kind of make sure he's not dying, and also check. I'm going to check for traps as we're walking.
Okay. So, what's your passive perception?
11.
All right. So you keep an eye out, and by the light of your brooch and the torchlight, you don't really see any sort of traps. And the westward tunnel kind of takes a jog to the right and then back to the left into this large hall. And against like the right and left walls, about every 10 feet, there what looks like a pillar, but you realize they're not pillars. They're actually like carvings of like creatures. And as you step forward and you're kind of checking for traps, and then suddenly like you realize that you're staring face to face with like a gigantic like demon, and it's carved out of stone by like dwarf like master carvers. So it looks fairly you may not have seen a demon before, but it looks pretty realistic, like a creature from like the pit of hell.
Hey Nathan.
And every 10 feet on both sides, it seems like the whole room is lined with like demons statues.
I have a question. And I'm hiding behind one of those, correct?
Yeah, we've walked past you already.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna like walk up behind them and just kind of like watch silently and wait until they find me.
Whenever Huang comes
Which
face to
might be a
face-
really long time.
whenever Huang comes face to face with the demon, he just like jumps back. He like shrieks, and
Whenever he
Right,
does
the
that,
Airvan.
no. Whenever he
Air-
does that, I'm gonna cover up his mouth because I want to be quiet. Like I'm gonna pop up behind him and hold his mouth shut. So he like,
You're like a muffled, like,
jumps. He's like, I'm sorry.
like there's like a what is it called? A firebolt that just flies into the stone. But past
Right,
that, nothing else.
Let's see what it hits.
Oh my god. Zach.
Oh, I rolled another so I've made 2 rolls. I rolled nat 20s. These are my lucky dice, by the way. I'm wasting them in non-combat rolls. All right, so your firebolt
Not
hits
important
right
rolls.
into the face of one of the demons,
Mhm.
and it starts like a chain reaction of light. And there's been like oil in like these recessed linings up, kind of like above eye height, and
Zach, you're literally gonna kill us in the first combat move that was non-combat.
the eyes and maws, the gaping maws of the demons start burning with fire as they're being fueled by the oil. And so the hallway is now well lit, and it's like flaming eyes of like demon carvings off for like 70 feet into the distance. And then you can see, now that it's well lit at the far end, the hall continues on. It actually expands into a larger room, and you can see like these like pillars carved in a kind of sort of tree motif at the very far end, about 80, 90 feet away. It looks like there's stairs descending. The hall like descends down into a much larger room filled with pillars.
Hey Nathan, I have a comment. He just now used a spell and you rolled a nat 20. Wild magic.
Uh-huh.
Oh no, that's
Oh.
a cantrip. Firebolt.
Oh, it's at level
Oh,
one.
doesn't actually have to use spells. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I didn't
but
realize
it
you had
has
to
to
use
be like a
spells.
level one spell.
Okay. Darn. That would have been fun.
We could do it on cantrips. We can make it any magic.
I mean-
I'm okay with like a really wild magic game.
Oh sure, let's do it. I'll roll
Alright,
my
roll
dice.
the-
I got a 1. Cool. Let me to get the wild magic. So, using the revised system, I rolled a 15. That means I use the third column, which is nuisance. This is
Mind you, I'm
great.
holding your mouth shut while this
I
happens.
love how my first rolls are 20-20 and Zach's first roll is a 1. This bodes well for the adventure.
That's super
God,
great.
can't
My
wait.
first roll
We're
was
so
a
close to the entrance, the other Wayward Dice crew can just immediately fill the gaps.
Where is my 10? Okay, I don't know where my D10 is, so I'll just use this dice. 37. What happens,
boy.
you ask?
I'm
Well,
holding your mouth shut, so I'm immediate vicinity.
so as this firebolt flies out of Huang's hand, he goes, and you're still holding the mouth shut?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Some sort of like purplish magic kind of like flies kind of up his body and passes between the gaps in your fingers into his mouth, and there's no noticeable effect yet. But for the next day, anytime he says a word with the S sound, it will sound like a hissing snake.
Stop it.
So you hear like like
That it sounds exactly like a snake. It's like oh my god, I'd love to think that the Airvan used to have a pet snake. Oh, that's so cool.
I didn't
sorry.
mention this. This seems like a good time to mention that Filch's familiar is a lizard, which I haven't named
Oh
yet.
my goodness.
He's got a lizard for.
My
I'm assuming it's. I'm debating whether it's one of those slow lizards that goes like this. Or if it should be just like a normal like lizard, like a gecko or something.
No,
but...
I like the stuttered movement.
Uh-huh.
I want a pet snake now. That is my next goal.
Alright, you'll have to find one.
Oh, no, let me just go and use the legend lore. Where can I find a pet snake, please? No, I'm kidding. Okay, well, with the purple mist, it kind of freaks me out, so then Erevan lets go of you. Or he doesn't really freak him out, but he lets go and jumps back with his hand on the hilt. One of his hilts. Yeah. So, yeah.
You're kind of like the lead player, so...
Well, I don't need to be.
Well, I mean, you in the party order, you're the...
Yeah, I'm okay with being the party leader. I don't want to, main character, though.
And I'm really the only other option. I don't think anybody wants that.
The marching order was that not only are you the party leader, but you're also the scout.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're kind of just waiting on you still.
Then I'm going to walk into the 20-foot area room.
Do you let go of Huang?
With the pillow. Yeah, I let go of Huang once I saw the purple mist coming out of my hand.
Nice. He pants, hands down on his knees, like, oh, you scared me.
All right.
Whoa, okay. In the impressions I see.
Talk about inspiration real quick. I can give inspiration to the two of you, and then each of you give inspiration to the other two of us. So, if you want to give Filch inspiration, I'm obviously not going to inspire myself. So you guys could give inspiration to Filch. So Zach will go ahead and give you inspiration for the silly sounds.
Sweet.
And Kale's gonna have to step up his roleplay game.
So, guys.
Erevan does a backflip. A standing no-hand backflip.
So, guys.
No build-up. He's just standing still. He does a full 360 without moving his legs.
Why are you doing backflips?
Wait, Huang, I don't think you noticed that because he had a 25 on his stealth. So, literally no one saw it.
So good at stealth that everything you do is just not awesome.
Where did Erevan go?
I like to think that I just kept the roll, so then I do kind of just he literally just notices a hand, and then the entire presence is gone entirely.
He's invisible.
Maybe he thought your hand was actually some sort of incarnated magical
like a
force.
demon since you blasted the fire into the eyes. All right, well I'm gonna
now that the hallway's well lit, we can all see you, so you're no longer stealthed.
Well, at least I can see.
Well, I continue walking forward.
Okay.
I make sure to shoulder check Huang on my way, though.
And then also, do you have a voice you're going to use in the first person, or we just kind of wait until it gets...
No, I have.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Erevan. How are you?
That works.
I'm Erevan.
I'm Glib. Nice to meet you, Erevan.
No, you're Filch.
Oh, I thought I was my brother for a minute.
I regret to inform you that your brother has died.
Why would you wait to tell me?
He doesn't know that.
Now?
Oh my god, I realized that.
Glib is dead?
Who's Glib?
My brother. We're twins.
Glib got thrown like a football into a pit of spikes.
Oh my.
It was truly horrific. I'll be honest, I did try to save him. but our stupid barbarian threw him.
Were you guys both like actually present for that episode?
I was the DM.
Zach was the DM.
And
I was there. Aravent tried to stop it from happening, and then they just did
I
it.
tried to stop it from happening.
Yeah, I think I fell down a pit and went unconscious, but the pit was filling with like toxic poison gas. So I automatically failed.
And Aravent ran
saves.
into the pit. He jumped into the pit and picked you up and pulled you out, but you were dead by the time that happened.
Rest in peace.
Well,
bud.
that's a swell story, guys. But
Right.
It's okay. Never mind. We're not going to actually reference that.
Oh man, so I wonder if I should come with a different voice, because when I start talking like glib, then I might actually say I'm glib.
Nathan.
Or should I just keep it?
Nathan, I love that that he has an identity crisis all the time with his twin brother, and like people confuse him with each other because Filch always calls himself Glib.
And I think Ervin might call him glib because they look the same. Yeah. Anyways,
that.
they're twins. Okay.
Even though
So-
Filch and I, even though Filch and I have worked together, but most recently I saw Glib.
And maybe Ervin's not quite sure that it's not actually glib.
so,
Maybe Nathan's not too sure that it's not actually Glib.
I don't even know who I am anymore. Am I the DM or a player?
you just have
What's
an
up, Zach?
infinite,
That's
Zach,
so
you're up.
appropriate.
just an infinite number of gnomish rogues. So, are we going? My voice
Yeah,
keeps
and-
changing.
Yeah. And then since you're looking for traps, you notice that there's like some sort of skeleton a little bit further along on the left-hand side, the southern wall. It's about towards the end of the hall.
Okay. He like turns. I guess Aravan's ahead of him in now, right? Isn't he?
I don't think he's gone ahead just yet. Or
He turns to Aravan and Filch and goes, "You guys see that the skeleton? By any chance?"
I like this voice, by the way. Whatever you've settled on, it works.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Huh?
What?
What did you say?
He like slaps your face a little, like trying to get your attention.
Blinked out. I was trying
Aravan, do you see the skeleton in front of us?
It's like the third time you've
I'm
Aravan
sorry.
steps out of the shadows
sorry.
into the torchlit hall
I'm sorry.
and
No.
quits multitasking.
No.
And he puts away his cellular device and
No, I was actually on a. Hang on, let me clarify here. I was trying to get a link to our Twitch channel so I could send it to a friend. Thank you. So I was just gonna link it on Twitch, but then no, I got harassed twice without noticing. Okay.
Huang slaps
Whoops.
Aravan again. What's a Twitch?
All right, I'm gonna end the stream now. Everyone have a great night. Thank you.
Alright. So if you had a familiar that is a cube, there's some sort of clockwork
Okay,
that broadcasts into the ether magically. And
I
so
pick it up. Hello. Okay, Nathan, no. I walk in and I look at the skeleton.
it appears to be some sort of
Skeleton.
non-human. It's got a very pronounced beak. It's very old. And the head is like human-sized, but it's got like a beak and like bird-like features. I guess you've seen a Kenku before from your previous party, so it's like a Kenku skeleton.
Would it be considered a corpse?
No, it's well, I mean, I guess it's the skeleton. There's no flesh on it.
Well,
And one of the arm, like the wings, is like pointing towards one of the demons in the south wall. It's the second to last demon carving.
I'm actually gonna. Then I think I'm gonna go look at the demon carving.
Alright, give me an investigation check.
Okay, boys, that's gonna work out really well for me.
Is that demon carving lit still?
Yeah, they're all lit up.
That's a 12 for you, Nathan. Gonna move some stuff over so I can roll my dice on the table. That sounds better. But yes, I got a 12, Nathan. Could you hear me roll my dice or no?
Yeah, I think so. I
Okay.
heard that you had a 12.
I heard something, and it sounded kind of like dice a little bit.
That's probably what it was. I have a like plastic table, not a plastic table. Yeah, a plastic table. But yes, I got a 12 on my investigation on that area.
All right. I think since the drow are a bunch of like demon worshipping like evil elves, you recognize that the carving is of an Alfashini.
Oh yeah, an alpha schneg.
Yeah, that's my dad.
I know what those are, the fat pig man people. Okay.
Okay, I'm glad you know that. I don't know that, but yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, they have like tusks, to my knowledge, and they Okay, have you ever seen Hercules? You know the pig guy.
Yeah, I remember
the pig
which
guy
one
in
it is from the
Hercules.
Monster Manual.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's exactly. He's an alpha schneg. The pig guy from Hercules.
Yeah, it also appears to have some sort of hinge behind the back corner of it.
Nice. I actually don't say anything. I just look at it, and I think I look it in the eyes and see if I notice anything.
They're on fire.
I deeply look into the eyes. And then I realize that I have, like, blinded myself.
You hear this, you hear Golar say, "Get closer to it and burn yourself."
My Golor, you're a mighty fine friend.
You can't hear that. Oh my god. I just hear that in my head. It's like, Michael, where you're just a mighty fine. I lean forward and I like touch the flame with my finger. Like barely. Like I just like barely
Alright,
touch
you
it.
take one hit point of damage.
Nathan, this
What's
is why
going to happen?
I literally specified that I barely touched it so you would not cause me damage. That's why I rethought what I said. Okay, I take one. So 63. Okay. I then grab the hinge and like pull on it or move it as if it's like a lever.
All right. It kind of gives and pushes inward, and you realize you found a secret door. And there's a rough-hewn into the raw stone, very skinny, 3 to 5 foot tunnel going off to the southeast from the south wall here.
What direction is this? North, south, east, or west? So this
I just said to the southeast.
To the southeast. I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
Okay. To the southeast. This is
almost as far back as the skinnier tunnel. About 40, 50 feet, and it curves to the south another 20 feet or so. So it kind of goes like this. It goes south and kind of goes southeast and kind of goes almost due south.
okay.
So you're going to explore it?
Yeah. I'm gonna walk in there, I believe.
Okay.
Like I'm gonna just like wait. Does the entire statue move out of the way or what? Or what happens? What event happens so I know that I can go?
It's pushed into like this little small like 10-foot square like cube room. And on the southeastern corner is the tunnel that like kind of is carved in the wall, and it gradually goes downhill. You can see it sloping downwards.
Okay, I'm gonna just kind of go at a slightly brisk pace, but I'm gonna notify everyone else first. I'm gonna like, hey guys, let's go this way.
Why are you so close to my ear?
In fact, I don't respond and I leave. I need to make some coffee if Zach's gonna keep being this way.
Yeah. And we'll go ahead and give you inspiration. Are you taking a coffee break?
No, actually, I just have hot water already made, so I'm just gonna actually make hot cocoa. But
okay.
Yeah.
It's also 11:45, so I don't know how long we're gonna play tonight.
How long are you wanting to play? Oh, this isn't hot water. Never mind. I'm not gonna have anything.
We've been going for a little while. You want to take a quick break, and you can make some coffee, and I can get a snack, and maybe
I'll
take
just
a
be
5-minute
here.
break.
Would you guys like to do that?
Yeah.
Kind of like before we move on, I guess.
Should I make coffee or should I just make hot cocoa?
I don't know. Do what you want.
Thanks, Nathan. I appreciate the input.
Coco.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, I'm the only viewer, so we'll be back.
Hey, I'm also viewing it.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. I can see the count.
Really? Because I have it paused. That's probably why.
Nice try. Be right back.
Okay.
No, hi, Zach. I'm back.
Wow, that took a long time. I'm gonna be right back.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Actually, hold on. Before I leave,
Hey, accept my thing on Origin before you go.
yeah, are we on stream right now?
Yeah, we're still on the stream.
I mean, like, do they hear us speaking?
Yes.
Okay.
I can add a new thing real quick. Hang on. Hang on. Actually, here's what we'll do. I'll just mute the audio, and then we'll be good. Okie dokie. Hola, señorita. ¿Cómo estás?
Buenito.
Words. I don't know.
I took 3 years of Spanish, and I know like 3 Spanish words. But so I guess 1 word per year. Not the worst trade-off. We've been unmuted, which is a perfect time for me to go acquire beverage. I know.
What?
I should have done it during the break.
You're kidding me, right?
Are you joking?
I have a bottled tea that I'm just gonna go grab. It'll take me like not even a whole minute.
Sweet.
I'm gonna run in there.
Hey Nathan. While what's his name? While Zach's character is just standing still, like drooling all over the place, I'm gonna put a knife right up to the front of the back of his neck. So whenever he comes back, if he like takes a step forward and actually pushes W, he'll impale himself. Sound good? Got my hot cocoa here.
I think when he does that, he just knife lunges and instant kills you.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, knife lunges. Oh boy, I know that term from COD. Oh boy. The knife no. So this is regular knife, and a knife lunge is like a stab forward.
It's always the run while you're running through the map with only your knife out, and you're just like...
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Nathan, I think you need to get a gaming PC. Hey, tax return. Nathan, get a gaming PC with your tax return, please.
I spent it on a truck.
Please use the rest of your tax return for a gaming PC. I will literally build you one for $400.
Why would I do that when I could buy a non-gaming MacBook for like at least triple that?
How about this, Nathan? You could buy... Man, what a good deal!
I love Apple products. They're worse and more expensive.
Hey, Nathan, what about this? I have a gaming laptop. Would you buy the gaming laptop off of me?
I already have a gaming laptop.
No, your gaming laptop sucks. Would you want to buy my gaming laptop off of me?
It's super useful.
Nathan!
Look,
Oh my god.
It's used as a platform for my Chromebook.
I hate everything about that
That's
sentence.
so true. Wait, then why would you want to buy a different Chromebook?
I wouldn't. I'd buy a MacBook, not a Chromebook.
Never mind.
So a
You're
Chromebook
right.
made by Apple.
You're
All
right. You're right.
Yeah.
Nathan,
Yeah,
Nathan.
I want my Chrome browser experience to be through my MacBook.
Maybe now you can use your Chromebook as a camera for your MacBook because the camera quality is...
No, I'll use it as my platform. So my MacBook will go on top of my Chromebook, on top of my PC.
Yeah, you're not used to such a thin computer, so it has to be elevated slightly higher to like match like your typing height.
All right, so let's see. I think you guys found a secret door.
Yes, we did.
Yes. Also, Nathan, you could buy me a gaming PC from me. That's okay. Not only $1,000.
I wouldn't buy a computer from you.
Oh boy, that hurt. That one. Really
I wouldn't.
hurt.
No
I wouldn't buy a
offense.
computer from anyone though. That's not like specific to you.
Really
Way to
hurt.
internalize that.
Yep.
I would internalize
I would buy,
everything, as you know.
The service of building one, but past that,
Anyways.
I would do it. Okay, go ahead.
It's midnight, so are we like wrapping up, or do you want to keep playing?
no, let's keep going.
I'm cool with
We got,
probably maybe another half hour to an hour. Sound good? So maybe like 20 feet more in the dungeon. With all the
Let's,
talking and banter we have.
Well, I mean, you've explored the first 2 rooms.
Yeah.
Let's in what in an hour and a half we've explored 2 rooms.
It took us like an hour and a half just to get down here. We didn't even have that much detail for it either.
Okay.
The supply drop took ages to get here. All right, so
Please
Aravan's
stop. I am
step through
becoming
the secret door.
functional.
What is Huang doing?
Huang is making his way to the secret door. Once he's there, he's gonna look in, peeking around the corner.
So he looks in just in time to see Aravan going into the smaller tunnel that's cut into the corner of the square room. So it's kind of like a cubicle, not a modern day cubicle, but
Cubic in shape.
yeah. So, and then Filch is kind of like watching your back. He's like standing there surrounded by these like demons with like eyes burning and stuff.
Yeah, you
Kinda,
know,
like
normal.
wondering if are we really gonna die in the second room?
Yeah, normal, just everyday nightmare fuel. So Huang looks back to Filch and goes, "Well, I think it's about time we follow." And he just makes his way down into the cubic room.
I'm playing rock paper scissors with the Stone of Golor in my head as we walk.
Mm-hmm.
But it literally always wins because it can just read my mind. Just so you know.
And what's your intelligence score at?
10.
All right.
Oh,
I'm like basically educated.
yeah, you have like average human intelligence for an elf.
Oh God.
Well, more for a drow.
So,
I think it's
that explains why he went to Chult.
And your brother? And your brother?
He
Well, you're
had a
not
thing
talking.
for dinosaurs.
Well, you know which one of us came out alive. Filch, I thought we were friends.
That was my twin. All right, so you've
What?
gone down this tunnel.
Yep.
All right. As it curves to the south, you can start picking up an odor. It smells like sewage.
Oh, how pleasant.
I'm picking up a weird scent, guys.
Wait, hang on. Zach, how long did you say that this S thing lasts?
A
S
day.
thing lasts? Okay, so literally on our next session, you're gonna have to keep on doing it until we take a long rest. No, until after a long rest, because it's 24 hours.
Yeah.
Nice. So we'll see this again next week when we come back.
Yeah,
Eventually.
we'll see, guys.
Dun dun dun. All right, so when you go in, you find that the tunnel that's been carved out opens into another proper room, not like a cavern. And this room is rectangular, and it kind of goes east to west, and you're on the eastern end of the room.
Okay.
Also, the room, just like the tunnel was slanted, the room is slanted towards the west. So it's got like a downward slope away from you as it goes off to the west. Remember, you're on the kind of like the northeast side of the room here.
Okay.
The sewage is actually, there's like water filling the floor, but because it's slanted, right where like the opening is that you're standing in, the sewage doesn't quite reach the eastern wall, but it definitely, almost the entire room is, covered in water. Presumably it's close to maybe, like, the slant's kind of minor, so maybe it's like knee deep in the far end of the room. The room's about 60 feet in length.
Okay. Like about right now, Huang would be walking up behind Aravan.
Yeah, and you can smell it and see the water. And also you guys both notice, is your brooch still glowing?
Yeah.
So you can see that the on the far side of the room, on like the northern wall, there's like an alcove cut out in the wall, and there's a statue there.
Okay.
It's actually a fairly broad, wide, maybe 15 feet across alcove. And there's a giant life-size statue of a Sahuagin. You guys know what that is?
Yeah, like a mermaid man guy kind of person.
Yeah.
They have legs though.
Yeah, but I kind of imagine mermen as being like quite handsome. in this
Oh yeah,
series.
yeah. No, they're ugly. Almost kind of like the merfolk people in the Legend of Zelda series. A little bit like that, but more like scary looking.
Sure, like a monster version.
Yeah, that.
What a great description.
I was about to say very vague description with slight defining terms. Oh, gorgeous! Yes, yes. Yes, I'm glad that we got to show everyone that.
Well, I mean, that was for you guys.
So it's a statue of Sahuagin?
Uh-huh.
The
The statue is glowing purple, not unlike the glowing mist from the magic spell earlier.
Okay.
And the head on it is faced completely backwards towards the northern wall.
Okay.
And the arm that would be holding like a weapon has been broken off completely.
Huang, it seems it's your turn. Friend?
Well, that seems a little scary. All right. He starts walking towards it, kind of like carefully putting his feet to make sure it doesn't step on a trap. So he's like looking and inspecting the floor.
In water?
Yeah, it's covered in water.
Well, yeah, but
You're
like
trudging through water while looking for traps in the water.
yeah, I mean he's not like feeling the floor. He's like being very precautious because he's probably not going to see anything, but he's still paranoid about it.
Okay.
And,
I guess you are slightly glowing, so you can see a little bit better.
yeah. So he's,
Oh.
no, he's just trudging towards the Sahuagin.
All right, so you approach closer to it.
Yep.
What's Aravan doing?
While he's doing that, I'm gonna kind of like look around the room and see if there are more like runes and like defining features. Also, I'm going to whisper to Filch and say, "Hey Glib, how long do you think it's gonna last?"
It's Filch.
Sorry, how long do you think it's gonna last?
Not long. I thought you were supposed to go ahead.
No, I'm giving him a chance to
And since
screw
you were
everything
scanning
up.
the room, you guys notice that the water seems to be coming from the ceiling, and it's kind of like just slowly like trailing down the walls in the room, north and south walls.
Does it sound like running water?
No, it's not like dropping, like dripping, or like a waterfall. It's just like oozing on the ceiling, like just seeping. Not oozing, it's like seeping.
It's like
from the
oozing
ceiling.
water. That's
And,
kind of terrifying.
Yeah. No, the ooze is actually in the water. So as you approach Zach, this
Oh.
ooze attacks you.
Oh boy.
So why don't you give me a well, roll initiative, I guess. We want to do party initiative.
I mean, technically it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So who rolled the die? What'd you get?
I got a 15.
18.
Okay.
Oh.
I rolled an 8. So let me describe what you see.
Well, actually, hang on, Nathan. I think it would be kind of nice though, if it would be like like Zach and him get a turn, and then we get a turn after that. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
So like Zach goes, he goes, and then the whole party goes. Because otherwise,
Are
it can
you
be so
assigning a
lopsided.
gender to the ooze?
I think it looks kind of like a Zer.
Alright, so when it lunges at you, you kind of lift up its skirt, and it's definitely male, so he called it.
Zach, that means this thing is preparing to penetrate you. Like, it definitely is ready to go, if you know what I'm saying.
I'd rather you didn't give the fan art people any sort of ideas.
Well, too late now. Taha, taha.
Oh God.
So it's poorly lit in here. There is a torch in Filch's left hand, and you've got your glowing moon brooch. And there's this gray ooze, like pseudopods reach out to like strike at you. But since you were scanning for traps, you kind of saw it beforehand, so you have time to act.
I also have the alert feat, so I can't be surprised.
Okay, yeah. All right, that's good to know.
So yeah, one might call the room with some ambient lighting.
Gosh darn it.
Romantic, one might say.
I'd love to think that you're actually like super cool whenever it comes to combat, but like out of combat, you're like super dumb.
That's exactly what happened whenever I first played him.
Like you're all like that. Like it's like man, some would say that like out of nowhere your voice is just lower. Some would say.
He starts channeling the magic. It's like, oh man, guys, I can't believe. Oh man,
Perfect. So in combat, time slows down and your vocal cords like lengthen. It's like watching a YouTube video on like a slower speed.
I love this so much. I
I want to cast a spell.
A
Come-
spell.
Combat went from long to really long.
Sound. Oh my god, Nathan. The innuendos are just kind of bang a ding boom bop.
That
But,
wasn't even an intended one. Anyways,
I'm
so what do
aware.
you do?
But seeing this silly little slime. How much would a slime weigh?
Well, because it's underwater, you're not actually sure the extent of it. So it could be the entire water. It could actually be the slime ooze itself, or it could be smaller than the water.
Hey Zach, you should like firebolt it because fireballs in water makes sense.
Obviously.
Oh wait, maybe use a spell so then you get to go for that zesty
Lightning
wild
bolt?
magic surge.
He's gonna.
Does he have lightning bolt?
I don't think lightning bolt would be the best idea given the conditions.
Do it.
That
But,
would be a good idea.
I mean, Nathan recommended it for a reason, so I think it's a good idea.
But
Zach, do
what
it.
what I'm
Zach,
actually
do it. You won't. Do it.
Let-
You won't.
Let Zach go.
What I'm actually using as a spell, I like lift my hand up with my dagger, using it as a focus. My other hand, I got I don't know, it's a book. I'm holding a book in my other hand. I cast catapult on the book, throwing it right at the slime.
You throw a book. That's some slime.
Is that a dexterity save, or do you make an attack roll?
Yeah, it makes a dex save.
What's the DC? Oh, 5. It fails.
Yeah, that definitely fails. All right,
So it takes 1 bludgeoning damage, or
3d8 bludgeoning damage.
oh,
Oh, hey, Zach, roll your d20.
Didn't get it. All right. Where's my d8s? There they are.
Yeah, I wish as a sorcerer you deserve it.
6 plus 7, 12, 13 damage via book. Yeah,
Via
that's what I call a powerful
so the
read.
pseudopods that were coming at you, the book just kind of like gets catapulted and it kind of like smacks shut, and just like the pseudopods like explode and splatter. You get like some like gray ooze on your face. All right,
Oh,
and then
that's dirty.
it assaults your mind. Go ahead and give me an intelligence saving throw, please.
13.
All right, that was high enough. You're gonna take
For
half
level
damage.
5s? Oh boy.
I rolled 5, so you take 2 damage. Your brain hurts slightly.
It's like,
Oh
man.
my, this
So imagine you're at a picnic and there's a mosquito buzzing, and you're like, "Oh," like that's how it feels.
oh my, that's
All
a
right,
little
the party's turn.
suggestive thoughts.
Well, Filch, let's do this. So
Now you're stealing my voice.
Oh, Zach, you're also part of this, by the way. It's also your turn. I'm gonna just like dash forward, and it's underwater, correct?
Yeah, there's like pseudopods kind of like coming out of the water.
Okay.
It's kind of like between the pseudopods are coming between the statue of the Sahuagin and the northern wall. There's about 5 feet of space between the statue and the wall, and it's like seems to be under the water in that area.
Oh darn! Never mind. I was gonna use dancing lights on it as one of my like race cantrips, but the problem is it has to be in the air. It just says the 4 lights hover in the air, and you can attach them.
Well, the lights can hover in the air, and you can want to like attach it to the pseudopods as they emerge from the water.
I was just wanting to make it easier to see this enemy. Or
Yeah,
can we
you
see
can
it
do
just
that.
fine? Oh,
It would
okay.
illuminate the whole. It'd be like it'll give a nice magical glow around the Sahuagin.
Well, can
Very
I-
purple and glittery.
No, well, I mean, I want to put it around the slime, not the Sahuagin.
Yeah, but the slime's right by it, so it'll kind of they do
Oh.
like an area glow.
Well, that's my entire turn, though. So actually, I'm gonna just, I'm gonna run at it, and then instead of getting in the water, I'm gonna run on the wall, and then I'm gonna run on top of the ceiling, and then plunge on top of it.
Okay, give me an acrobatics check.
All right.
The DC is 40.
Okay, I'm not gonna do what I thought I was gonna do.
Alright,
Instead,
so
I'm
you
just
run
gonna...
on the wall and fall headfirst into the water.
Do I
you're
still get an
completely-
attack on it?
No, I think that was your. Well,
But Nathan, rule of cool.
well, so like you've like gone prone. It'll take half your movement to get back up. So I guess you can still make an attack, but your movement is ended.
Cool. Then I'm just gonna make 3 attacks. So,
How do you make 3 attacks?
attack action twice because I have 2 attacks, and then my bonus action with my dagger.
Okay, so what's in your main hand?
My rapier.
Okay, all right, go for it.
So I rolled a D10. Sorry, I rolled a 10 on my first one. So does a 17 hit?
Yeah, it's AC is 8.
Oh my!
Okay, so yes, it does hit. In fact, I can't miss unless I roll
That
that
is
one.
Quite.
So I rolled a 2, but I still hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then my last
See?
one, I roll a 16. So a D8, a D4, and a D8. And all those are plus 4, so that was 8, 11, plus 12 damage, so 23 damage.
All right, so you hack into it, and you're like, and as you like realize that you've like just like killed this thing, you
Nice.
can see that the ooze is stuck to the blades and is eating away at the edge of the blade. So your rapier has a -2 penalty to it now, and the dagger has a -1 penalty to it. They're permanent.
Is this a -1 to its attack and damage? To its attack roll and the damage, or what?
Just damage rolls.
Okay, so I'll just take that off my proficiency. So instead of a +4, now I have a +2,
No.
and then a +3.
No, the proficiency you're to hit with it is still fine, but when you deal damage, the edge has been corroded.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about on my
So when
damage.
you roll your damage, the plus for dexterity is reduced by 2 on the rapier and reduced by 1 on the dagger.
Okay.
My poor
You've
book
literally
is-
done this to me before, and I made the same exact mistake.
Yeah, that's why I didn't attack with my dagger.
No, Zach. It's because you're a sorcerer. That's why you didn't attack with your dagger. Stop with this crap. Makes me sad.
So it's disappeared under the water.
Makes me sad.
It appears to be dead, or could it be retreating to its lair?
Well, it
its ooze
seems
babies.
like we've found ourselves very victorious.
A giant glowing purple statue of a Sahuagin with a backwards head dominates the scene. Did I
Well,
mention it smells like sewage in here?
I'm gonna rinse my
so.
rapier in the water.
Your rapier smells like poop.
Well,
oh, I think it's
Actually,
about
didn't you
time.
fall in the water? Because you smell just like your
No.
rapier.
God, okay.
Filch is still standing on the eastern
I-
end.
I
Like,
take
you
three
like
of my-
totally rushed in there and took care of business.
So I take 3 of my vials of poison and I just drink them right away. And just wait for my demise. Okay, no, really though.
Yeah,
I rinse.
long, like holding his nose closed.
I rinse off my no, sorry, I don't rinse them off. No, I have a little thing of water, so I'm just gonna wash them off with water. I did clarify that
weapons?
before. Yeah, I use water on my weapons.
Like the ooze residue.
Yeah, I'm just gonna rinse off the ooze residue with my water, Nathan, my personal drinking water.
Alright, so you clean the blades, but you still smell like poop.
I take a bottle of Sam's Choice water and I pour it onto my blade.
Fantasy Sense, my favorite.
Yes.
It's a good brand.
Yes,
So,
Nathan.
do
I
you
pour it
guys-
onto my blade.
Do you guys want to keep using like real world references in our game?
No.
the Friday.
Uh,
It's
the
probably
Call of
gonna
Duty
happen.
supply drop. And
Only as a joke, but not for anything else.
I think they can sometimes like manifest.
Yeah, it's
into-
probably just gonna
Oh,
happen.
no.
It's a magical dungeon.
Oh boy. Oh boy. As long as we don't bring up Fortnite, I'll be okay.
Well, I mean, like maybe in homage of International Women's Day, we can have like a female player character suddenly appear next year.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, maybe. Huang starts default dancing.
Okay.
I mean, we seriously considered it. Is that good enough?
That's
Yeah.
good enough. Let's do it. Now let's
None of us are women.
let's
so.
move on. Let's move
Maybe
on.
Filch can be Glib's twin sister.
No, Filch is Glib's brother. Twin brother, in fact. Look, they look exactly the
Filch
same.
cast disguise self on himself, and she is now herself.
I have a question, Nathan. This is going to be supercharged, and people are probably going to be upset. Is
Are
that
you
what
sure
a
you want to say it?
is that what a trans
Right.
person does in D&D? They just cast disguise self,
No.
alter self. Sorry, alter self. Disguise self
I
is
have
just clothes.
disguise self.
Disguise self is like, I'm pretty sure isn't it just clothes? No, never mind. You can change your height a couple inches and change your face.
You still have to
Sorry.
look like a humanoid or something.
Yeah. Alter self, you can like shrink tiny, get really, really large.
Yeah, I think alter self is a little bit more powerful.
Yeah, it is. Okay, never mind.
Right, so what's the plan? Filch is kind of standing there holding his nose, like just watching your antics. Kind of looking at that purple glowy statue thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Huang's making his way closer towards that statue.
Okay, on the far side of the statue against the west wall, you can see the broken off arm grasping a like staff or something, but it's underwater, but you can kind of see it in the glow from the light.
As Huang moves toward it, I'd like to stick out my foot under him so he falls face first into the water.
That doesn't happen.
How do you know?
He's alert. He doesn't get tripped.
Oh my god.
Yep.
God
Sorry,
darn it.
Kale.
You freaking, you out ninja the ninja. I like stick out my foot and you're already moving out of the way.
I believe you're a lowly scrub drove fighter.
Yes.
Does Filch say that?
No, I think your drow matriarch said that as she was kicking you out of the
So then I just
village.
decided that I'm going to be a badass from now on, and I tried my best to be as cool as possible.
I think you're a scrub warrior. All the cool kids get
Well,
to
here's
be
the
like
thing,
wizards.
Well, here's the thing, though. I mean, like, I have, like, an elegant fighting style. Like, elegant and effortless. So, like, it's gorgeous, and it looks like I'm not even trying whenever I'm fighting. And,
You
like,
can barely cast your innate cantrips.
you're right, but I can fight like a freaking boss, okay? Thanks. Okay. Moving on with the story. Again, we've only made it into one room, and it's half an hour in from our break.
So yeah, guys, if we could
We could play faster.
actually move forward.
Yes, move
in
forward.
this water.
Yes, move forward, Huang. You may.
Yeah, and maybe don't try
Move
tripping
forward,
me.
Huang.
Okay. He just like starts walking towards the thing, towards the arm with the staff.
Trudging ever so deeper
Yep.
into the
We'll
sewage
say
water.
you reach it. It's like not very far. It's like 10 feet, so you're right there.
Cool. He
It's
recasts.
definitely underwater.
Nice. He recasts the light on his pendant. This time it's a half moon. No wild magic. Cool.
It was a half moon before.
This time it's a crescent moon. A
Okay.
half a moon.
Oh, okay. So basically, your pendant has like little segments on it, like lines and like certain
Yeah.
amounts. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, I like that a lot. Okay, cool. Zach. I mean, you're the one going underwater for it. I'm not gonna get underwater.
Game over, man. Game over.
Hey, Aravan, since you are already disgusting, can you look at the staff?
The drow looks at the human pensively, and turns his head the other way.
Well, and he just like sticks his hand under and just grabs it as fast as he can.
No. Oh.
Give me a strength check.
3.
Yeah, it's too heavy. It's made out of stone.
Hang on,
Hold
Nathan.
up, I got inspiration. I forgot about that. Listen, natural 20. Cool.
Alright.
Never mind then. Nathan, I was.
You realize you couldn't lift it because the staff was like stuck into something, but you break
Oh.
the staff and like are able to pull the arm out, and part of the staff is broken off underwater now.
Hey Nathan, here's my question.
The staff is made out of stone, not wood.
Is Filch is he very good at strength? What's his strength mod?
Bigger than yours.
What is his strength
That can be
mod?
said for a lot of things with Filch.
Filch is a halfling. I mean, a gnome. Thank you. I am a drow. Thank you.
Yes, that's what I'm going for.
Yes, I'm very aware, Zach. I'm very aware. Strength mod, -1. Mine's also -1. Zach, what's your strength mod?
-1.
we finally realize it. It's like
It's a party of twinks.
Yeah, we're literally just playing a party of super weak people.
yeah, we've like min-maxed our way into like not being able to lift up a broken arm.
All right, if I put the yeah.
Sorry, that just occurred to me. Like, once you had him use his strength thing, I was like, wait.
I open the door, strength check. Well, if I don't roll a 20, I can't open this door.
And no one else in our party can. We just sit there for like 3 days just trying to get it open.
We make it through 1 level of Undermountain per year of real life.
Because it's just so you're rolling at 20.
I'm retiring, and you guys have like 5 kids, and like we finally finished.
All right, here's Zach Vajda the 17th lining up to take his role, trying to open the door.
In the family tradition.
Welcome to the 17th televised edition of The Wayward Dice.
We literally have to walk back to the well and wait until the next set of adventures come
Wayward
down.
Dice, episode 2846.
Welcome to the year 3098.
Hang on.
We're just past the third door.
I'm just imagining how boring the Twitch videos would be. It's just literally us like sitting here, like it would be like we literally grow a viewer base off just the anticipation of what's behind the door.
All they do is role play. They never do anything.
I can't wait for that. Well, welcome to the 7th episode of The Third Door in the entire dungeon. Can we open it? Let's find out.
Wait. Welcome to episode 3, part 240.
Do you remember that time in 2019 where we tried to do a dungeon crawl? It's a good thing we just went back to role playing because we totally can't handle combat or exploration.
Guys, we're explaining all this terribly. We should probably continue with this story.
Yeah, this
Anyway.
room should take like 4 minutes. I mean, our combat only took like a minute.
2 rounds.
We just had to make up for the lost time. With literally 5 minutes.
You guys look
just
back
thinking
and
about
Filch is no longer there.
He's died of old age.
Yeah.
He's like, I prefer the company of like demons with fiery eyes.
Okay. You got the staff, Zach. You got the staff.
Yeah, no, not the staff, the arm. So he's like holding up the arm with one hand, very like carefully, because he wants to touch it with as little as his fingers as possible.
Okay. It looks like it would fit the statue. It seems to match.
With his other hand, he's like holding his nose close, and he just like starts trudging back to the statue. See what he can do about it.
You want to like match it up and like hold it there?
Yeah, he's still holding his nose close. He goes, "Hey, Araman, can you help me put this on the statue?"
Statue.
Do you have mending?
Do you have mending?
Phil cheers you and he's like, yeah, I have mending. Yeah. Oh.
Can you mend the statue?
Nathan, I want to note that at this point, Aravan is like he's like taken a step out of the room and he's been rinsing himself off with his personal water.
Yeah, that doesn't do the trick, unfortunately. You still smell like poop.
Hey, Filch, do you have prestidigitation?
I
can burn the smell off you.
Nope.
Nice. I wanted to smell like lemons, but now I can't. Okay.
Look,
You have some
you
incense.
charged into the sewage like you just don't care.
If
Oh,
you have
man.
some incense.
Mending is a touch spell. So he takes a lizard and he throws the lizard onto the statue and he delivers the touch spell through the lizard. And the lizard is like walking around like reattaching like the arm. Like in slow motion, it's like
It takes 3 hours. We get a long rest from this. Full health. I have 1 health back. Yay!
Yeah, about how long does this take?
I like to think that literally the lizard is just like...
3 minutes. All right, the arm is attached.
Yeah. Huang's just standing there with his nose pinched, like, could you have done anything that would take longer?
He's like, can you toss me the lizard? Oh, we should name it. Do we have an audience member?
Can you
or
toss?
is it just
Can you
us?
can you toss me Sketch? Can his name be Sketch?
I think I know why you want it to be Sketch.
Wait, why don't? No, I actually didn't have a reason.
Can we do like a gaming pun for the lizard?
Apex
Yeah.
leggings.
His name can be Meta.
I don't know. I'm thrown on the spot here. I don't got names
Can
for
his name?
things.
Can his name be Deed51?
I like the idea of it being like a meta gaming name.
Yes, a Meta. No. His name is Nat20.
Like narrator or like overlord or something.
Nat20.
It's just Nathan.
I would
We can
love
just
for
add-
his name to be Nat20.
We can just call him the narrator. It was like, well, ask the narrator, and then he talks to his lizard.
God.
He's a narrator lizard. Like they're distant cousins to the monitor lizards, but they're narrators.
I'm starting to feel uncomfortable with this. So,
I like it.
All right, narrator lizard.
gonna just fade
All
off
right.
into nothingness. Have fun. Good luck streaming. I'll turn it off when you guys are done chatting.
Cool.
Where did Kale go?
He's,
I write one thing down, and then like Kale disappears. Oh man, so we should probably end this.
I said I was gonna fade off into nothingness. I'll go ahead and just click end when you guys are done talking about the narrator lizard and asking him secret things. But the joke's dead now, just like my heart. So
Okay, so the arm's reattached, and like the back half of the staff extending behind the statue is intact, with the front half extending forward from the hand grip is broken off underwater.
all right.
I'm not getting back in that water until I have to.
So am I gonna? Do I have to get the staff?
Yes. Yes.
Oh no. He starts trudging back over. Not very pleased with himself. And he sticks his hand back in to grab the broken part of the staff and the other broken part of the staff.
Yeah, so you lift it out of the water.
He's just near vomiting and just trudging slowly back and puts it in the hand
All right.
for narrator
So-
to mend.
Do you let go or?
Well, he waits until narrator has mended it.
Oh, okay. So we redeliver the mending spell, and the narrator reattaches the. It's like a trident.
All right.
It's not actually a staff, so there's like the wooden staff, so to speak, for the.
Okay, so it's a
handle
trident.
For the trident, yeah.
Huang looks at the statue and goes, "Well, is it complete? I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if that counts."
Filch comments that
Sir?
the head is backwards.
Oh,
I love that.
Yeah.
And I love that I'm just not in the room. Nathan's character is like standing back, where like his feet are barely touching the water, and then your guy's just like waist deep, sitting here like putting his hands in there and everything
I think it's
else.
knee deep, really.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking more like
I'll double check,
Okay.
but I think it's knee deep.
yeah, that'll do it
Yeah,
to
yeah,
you.
you might have said knee deep because I was thinking about your halfling character
Oh.
and how it would be
Oh,
waist
hold
deep.
on. I thought I said knee deep. It says it's like almost
Neck deep.
no, like 6 feet.
All right. Luckily, Huang is 6'6", but
What? Wait.
So he's up to his neck.
wait. You're not 6'6", are you?
He's taller than
Oh
Irving.
my god.
yeah, Huang's very tall, very thin.
Him having a high pitched voice is even better.
Yep. It's all the way from up here too.
So the pedestal is like underwater, but the Sahuagin is like still emerging mostly from the water.
So,
You kind of have to stand on the pedestal to attach all this stuff.
oh god, and and I gotta turn the head around. He like picks himself up and like tries to grab the head and starts trying to move it around.
All right. It's definitely seems to have some sort of like screw like threads where you can turn it clockwise or counterclockwise.
Is it still glowing purple at this moment?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not entirely happy about this, but Huang's dealing with it.
Okay.
So which way are you turning it?
Let's go with counterclockwise.
All right. It appears that you turn it back around so it's facing forward, and it actually is loose where you could actually like lift it off.
Zach.
And
righty,
now that
lefty, loosey.
Now that it's facing you, you
What?
can see that the eye holes for it are actually hollow, and also the mouth is hollow, and there's like an empty like chamber inside of the skull.
Oh, do I gotta find more stuff inside of it now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. He like looks over to Filch and goes, So what's possibly left? 2 S's.
So did you actually take the head off, or did you just unscrew it and it's just like resting there still?
He has it resting there still.
I don't know. I think Filch is just mainly concerned about his familiar.
All right.
So
then he does like pop it off and looks inside.
you see that underneath where the screw like threads are like centrally located, that there is a bunch of like melted wax pulled at the bottom there, which looks like it was from like candles that were used like at one point in burning there.
He looks at it and goes, So
Light it.
yeah, he's like thinking, looking at it. He goes, and he just like casts a firebolt in there.
Okay, so we'll say it like melts the wax and splatters some of it, but you'd probably actually have to use like a candle.
Yeah, like a wick or something.
Hang on. I have rope. He could like light the rope on fire and then do that. We could dip it in the water to put it out.
I think you guys probably have some candles.
Oh.
Anybody here have a candle? I don't.
Yeah, I've got a candle.
Yeah, I have a crowbar.
I've got like bags and bags of stuff. Yeah, I've got 5 candles. I toss you a candle.
Okay. So you just throw him a candle. Give me a throw roll.
4.
Nice. I catch it with a 7.
All right, sweet.
Yep. He, with one hand, grabs it out of there, puts it in the head, and plops it back down, screwing it on clockwise now.
Okay, so it does like a full rotation till it's facing you, and it like screws down into place.
All right. Then he firebolts inside to catch the thing on fire. Still no wild magic. Cool.
All right, so there's a lit candle, and it looks kind of like a jack-o'-lantern, except it's a Sahuagin head.
Well, that's the stuff on nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's...
All right, let's give you some inspiration.
Of nightmares.
Oh, this could be a long campaign. So we'll give you inspiration at the end of our session because you're about to lose it, but it's pretty awesome.
Sweet.
Did we figure out the puzzle?
I think you've successfully reassembled a broken statue that's glowing purple and glowing like a jack-o'-lantern.
Is there like a chamber beyond this, like underwater, that we can swim to?
So you swim around underwater and you don't find a chamber, but you're now like thoroughly soaked. I'm not sure that smell will ever come out.
What you wish for, I guess.
If you,
I wasn't gonna actually swim, Nathan.
I think there's chunks of ooze stuck to you now from its corpse as well.
Yeah, if you take
it's like in your hair.
A bath in tomato sauce, it should get that out. Fantasy tomato, of course. Got to go back to Jolt for him.
And miraculously, when you step out of the water, Huang, the odor doesn't seem to be sticking to your clothing really, because you were only up to your neck. You weren't like fully immersed like Aravan. So
Ah,
Nathan.
that's some good luck there.
Erevan smells so bad he's
Nathan.
practically invisible.
Nathan, I made Erevan to be a badass, okay?
And now
not,
look at him.
Not a bad
A
ass.
lot of warriors have like probably defecated on their armor when they were in battle, so it's
did-
probably something common to warriors
You didn't even hear
to smell
my
this way.
pun. You didn't even hear my pun. I said a
Yeah.
badass, not a bad. Yeah.
No, we all heard the
Okay,
pun.
okay,
We just
okay,
didn't wanna,
okay,
recognize
yes.
it as a thing that had happened.
Yeah, I'm very aware.
I've read
I
the
was just-
description of this room like 5 times. There's literally nothing left.
Oh, okay. So that's it. Okay. I'm gonna unscrew the head and take it with me.
You have a stone Sahuagin head.
How heavy is it?
20 pounds.
Cool. Well, since we're
I
not
literally
tracking
rolled
weight,
another 20. What the?
since
I was wasting all my 20s on non-combat
well,
rolls.
since we're not tracking weight, I'm just gonna put it in my backpack as if it's nothing.
Try using seeing it like it's a helmet.
No.
It's a
Okay.
life-size head, so it's not really like a helmet shape.
Yeah, it literally.
Yeah.
Zach, if you could screw it on, what? How am I supposed to put my head in it?
I figured the screw part of it would be like on the outside of the neck, but like with an indentation.
Zach, what neck is the size of someone's head? Unless it's an
mean-
elephant.
It's a Sahuagin. You never know.
Zach, they're humanoids. They're medium. They're literally as big as you and I, except that you're way taller than me, apparently.
I love
Sorry,
the meta.
Sorry.
So the lizard speaks for the first time. How can you know all these things?
What about the screw or the
Filch, are you
the
okay?
Sahuagin?
Filch, are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm
Sorry,
fine.
Phil.
Why?
Well, I've never heard you speak so deep before.
No, that was a narrator.
That was me. I am the narrator.
Familiars are weird.
Wow, you really.
And then
have
you look
gone
closer and you
over
realize that the familiar's got peanut butter stuck to the roof of its mouth, and it's just like licking it like that. And like Filch has
no.
been using like illusion
No.
spells to like
Hang on, Zach.
make it speak, and so he's like doing like ventriloquism.
Hang
But
on, Zach.
it appears that the lizard's talking.
I like to think of this as if it, like you made it seem like it's fast. I like to think of it as if it's like. Yeah, it sounds like a clock, but like really slow, like. Yeah, like that, just kind of in the background. Do you like it or no?
I like him.
Okay, I
but,
literally just
Huang-
leave. I leave the room. I'm very
But
irritated.
before you do that, Huang casts a message, like points at Filch. Actually, no. No, he does. Okay, he casts message to Filch, speaking in Gnomish for the
Hang on, hang
extra.
on. Since he's speaking through a spell, won't he like have his awesome deep voice?
You hear Filch here in the back of his head, like in Gnomish, say, "I've got you with this narrator business and lies. Let's convince this Erevan
From the Shadow Thieves Guild.
that
Why
your
are our messages always dubbed in half speed?
Nathan. Never mind.
it's part of the aesthetic.
And the narrator speaks up and says, "Can't you cast your meta-medic and speed up your casting time and double the speed of your spells and talk at the normal pace or slightly faster than normal?"
Well, most of my things, it's subtle spell and careful spell. So like I can do it without even being noticed and also not kill you guys.
Don't you mean subtle spell and speedy spell? He's like giving you like roleplay criticism. The sticky
What?
lizard.
I didn't make any mistake. I said subtle spell And careful, spell.
The narrator like wanders over and takes your inspiration die and wanders back.
Oh, look at that. All of our viewers are gone. What happened? Oh, no.
All right, so shall we leave off with you guys in the room with demons with fiery eyes, and we'll just pick up there next week?
I think
Sounds
that
good
would
to
be
me.
nice. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I try my best to stay away from the heat because I don't want the smell of crap literally baking into my clothes.
Yeah, it's like following you around everywhere. You guys smell like crap. My character smells great, like normal.
If you
My
want,
mission here
Aaron,
is done.
I can smoke the smell off your clothes. He like casts fire.
I
what is it?
gut
Fire
punch
bolt.
you so hard.
We're one room away from the well, so we just go back up and get a change of clothes and come back like 20 days later. Like,
Is that
we finally
appropriate?
smell
Can we
better.
do that? Can we do that?
I don't know. We like finished room 3.
We go up like, yeah, hey guys.
But,
We,
well
oh
is room
god,
1.
oh god, I have to literally stay in the yawning portal because I think I'm probably wanted now. Oh, Nathan, I have a question. Am I wanted by like guilds now in that place in the Waterdeep?
I consult the talking lizard, and he says, "Nope."
I mean, you're probably wanted, but not like by bounty standard.
I mean,
you're
I have
wanted,
an
like, people
extremely
want
valuable
you.
artifact, and I shared it with a bunch of people in the Wayward Dice.
Yeah, but none of them are gonna be like, hey, this guy Aravan, he's got.
I mean, they might, because I mean, if they can get the Stone of Golor, then they can get their friends back. Maybe not. Who knows? Alrighty, well, I think that'll about wrap it up. Thanks guys for coming in and watching, all one of you, which is me. Yeah, Zach and Nathan, it's been great playing with you. I'm gonna end the stream in 3, 2, 1, and
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Zach, I added a delay right there just because I didn't want you to be right. Nathan, would you please count it down, and we will exit on your countdown.
See you guys in a week.